What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of Blue Chips presented by PlayerProfiler.com. I'm your host, the authentic one, Mr. Matty Kiwoom, and today I have a very special episode for each and every one of you. So before I get into it, make sure you are subscribed to the Rookie HQ channel. Make sure you smash that like button and get them fingers ready to leave me a couple of comments, because today, ladies and gents, I am doing an NFL mock, picks 1 through 32, and I'm doing them a certain way. This isn't what I'm predicting. If you want to know what I'm predicting, go to playerprofiler.com. My latest NFL mock is out now. My articles, my mocks on the website is where you can find my predictions, what I'm hearing on the streets, what I'm putting together, the pieces I'm going to put together. All of that you can find on playerprofiler.com. But here, I'm being the GM. Not for one team, not for two teams, but for all 32 of these NFL franchises. Well, I guess not all 32, because I'm not making a pick for every single team. There's a lot of teams with 2 picks. But either way, we're going to do it, and we're going to get into, if I was the GM, NFL mock picks number 1 through 32. So stick around. You're going to want to watch each and every one of these picks coming right up.
In Dynasty Leagues, you must get your rookie draft right. You cannot get it wrong. That's why we have the Player Profiler Rookie Guide in partnership with Campus to Canton. They follow these guys from their freshman year through to the NFL. We're breaking these players down, everything you need to know about them and everything you need to know about the picks in your rookie draft. Oh, I have the 102. What do I do? I have the 108. What do I do? It's a complete player and strategy guide. It's just $25 on playerprofiler.com. You get it. You have the peace of mind that I'm going to make the right decision to build a super team.
Let's get things going. At pick number 1, if I was the GM, would I take Fernando Mendoza? I mean, I did just bring in Kirk Cousins, but no. The right pick as the GM is Fernando Mendoza. Winning pedigree, national champion, Heisman Trophy. He's got all the intangibles, everything you want above the shoulders. He's got the talent, mobile enough, good arm strength. This is a guy you're willing to bet and build your franchise around. So I would take Fernando Mendoza at number 1. Number 2, I am the GM of the Jets. There's a few options here. Do I go Ty Simpson and get my quarterback of the future? Do I take Jeremiah Love and say, sorry, Breece Hall, we don't need you? Do I go Arvell Reese, the versatile linebacker / edge? Me, if I'm the GM, I'm going to go with David Bailey from Texas Tech. David Bailey, 15 sacks this year, 7 the year before. I want my true disruptor. I want my Tasmanian devil. I want David Bailey. Now, the Cardinals are up at 3. This is another team. If I was the Cardinals, I would be thinking about Ty Simpson. But I like Jacoby Brissett enough to keep my job. I like Gardner Minshew enough to keep my job. And then there's that 2027 draft, just a year away, with all of those big-time quarterbacks. So I'm going to wait at quarterback. Arvell Reese here, he's falling. But for me, I want to go with the player that I believe really helps solidify my offensive line. I'm going to take my number 1 offensive lineman on the board. I'm going to take Francis Maui-Noah. At pick 4, Jeremiah Love. Ooh, Jeremiah Love. Now, if you go check out my mock on playerprofile.com, I have a prediction for the Titans, but that's not what I would do. I'm not taking a running back this high up. I want a difference maker. I want a building piece, a building block, if you will, and those come out of quarterbacks, receivers, corners, edge rushers, tackles. I got my quarterback. I don't have a receiver, so maybe I go receiver, but I don't love the receivers. I love Tate. I think he's good, but Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate, those, I don't think they're good. They don't rank high enough in my prospect profile in my scouting reports to get a pick as high as number 4. So I'm going to go with Reuben Bain Jr. I'm going to take the edge rusher from Miami. Next up, with the Giants, they have a number of different ways you can go here. If I'm GM, do I want a receiver? Match it up with Malik Neighbors. It's a good option, but I've been witnessing something. Year in and year out, I'm just seeing my quarterback having to be moved, rushed. The pass rush, the offensive line just hasn't been good enough for me. So I'm actually going to go a little bit off the walls here. I'm going to take, in my opinion, one of the highest floored offensive linemen, period. Tackle, guard, center, don't matter. This is one of my highest floored prospect profiles out of the offensive line room. So I'm going to take Vega Ione here at 5. Number 6, I am the Cleveland Browns. So the Browns need a whole lot of help. They could use a receiver. They could use a quarterback. They could use an offensive lineman. For me, I'm going to take a shot for the moon. I'm going to go with a guy that I believe has the talent and athletic profile to stick at left tackle. So give me Monroe Freeling. Now, if I'm the Commanders, I've seen a lot of players be taken that I wanted. David Bailey, gone. But there's a luxury pick here. And, man, all these, Corey Krosky Merritt people are going to be thinking themselves, oh, this is the guy. No, there's a player here, a difference maker, one of the best players in the entire draft. Yeah, is running back too high for 7? I think so, but I also believe that the Commanders roster is ready to compete again, as they were, in the NFC Championship just a year ago or 2 years ago, however you want to categorize it, whatever word I want to make up next. But I think now you got yourself here in the top 10. You want to get yourself out of the top 10. You want to be in the back end of the first round next year. So you're going to take the best player available. And for me, that is Jeremiah Love. Next up for the Saints. I love the fit here when it comes to Reuben Bain Jr. If he was on the board, he'd be my pick. He is not. What do I need here? I need some pass catchers. Right? I need pass catchers. But again, this player falling to me at 8 is something I'm not going to pass up. Arvell Reese. I don't care about the bend. I think he's a good enough player. Off-ball linebacker. Go after the quarterback. He's that kind of flexible hybrid type. So I want Arvell Reese here. Give me Arvell Reese if I'm the Saints. Next up is the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going receiver. I'm not going tight end. I've invested so much in pass catchers over these last few years. I need to get back to the building blocks here. I need to go get a player that can help me in a number of different ways now and in the future. Spencer Fanu, you are a Kansas City Chief. I could play him at right tackle. I could play him interior. I could play him at center. If Kareem Humphrey gets hurt, it just feels like the right player. Give me the building block. Give me one of the most talented offensive linemen in the class. Give me Spencer Fanu here at 9. 10 Cincinnati Bengals. If this is it, I'm running to the podium. And as I'm sprinting up to the podium, I got 2 names in mind. There's 2 guys at the top of this very list, Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. Give me the athletic freak. Give me the Mike linebacker. Give me the freak. Give me Sonny Styles. I need that linebacker in this defense. Now, up for the Miami Dolphins. There's a few different ways you can go if you're a Dolphins GM team builder here. You could go offensive line, kind of reach here and get Blake Miller, Caden Proctor. I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to take Caleb Downs, even though I do think that Caleb Downs could be a player here. For me, it comes down to pass catcher, or it comes down to Monsieur Delane, the best corner in the board. I do have a late first, and there are some receivers I like late, so I'm going to take Caleb Downs here, put him at safety, build my defensive secondary around one of the most talented players in this class. Next up, the Dallas Cowboys. If I'm Jura, I got 2 picks in this first round. I want to really make a difference here, and I want to build this defense. I want to keep it going. I want to keep moving forward with this defense. I have a chance to take the number 1 cornerback in the class. I'm going to do it. Take Monsieur Delane here at pick 12. Next up, the Los Angeles Rams. I think this is a trade-down candidate. If I was the GM, I would look to do so, but I'm not going to do trades in this mock. Kind of makes things a little too messy for me, and as I'm trying to crank through here, I'm trying to make this happen. I have a chance to make a pick here. Kenny Sadiq could be interesting, but I like my tight end room if I'm building the Rams. And again, I'm a good team, right? I should have had the 30th pick or whatever it was, 29th pick, but I traded it. I got my cornerback, so I'm not looking to get cornerback here. So Jamar McCoy, even though I like the player, I like him a lot, he's not the guy I'm going with here. I want a receiver. I want the receiver here because I don't get it. It's not often that this team gets a chance to pick in the top half of the first round. So while I'm here, I want a receiver because Javonte Adams, he ain't getting any younger. You know, I got the man, the myth, the village. I got Puka Nacua, but I need him to make sure he has a running mate going forward because we're getting to that spot here where I need to transition into the next QB. So why not get a couple of pass catchers with the tight end room, with a good running back? So I'm going to go ahead and take receiver. Who am I going to take? I'm going to take Carnell Tate. I love the way his skill set matches up with what my offensive minded head coach likes to do in Sean McVay. So give me Carnell Tate. If I'm the Ravens, I'm a little bit sad because that was a perfect fit for me. I like Tate if he was there. If I'm the team builder, though, I'm just going to go up and I'm going to take Jordan Tyson. I need to get Lamar more weapons. I need to get Lamar an outside weapon, a guy who's versatile, a guy who can, do some damage with the ball in his hands, a guy that plays well with a guy, Zay Flowers is my number one. I need that next guy. I need someone who's a little beef to him, 200 plus pounds. Give me Jordan Tyson. All right, next up. I am the GM here of the Buccaneers. Kenyon Sadiq, that's enticing. But I got a lot of pass catchers. I've invested a lot on that side of the ball. It's time to take a step back. It's time for me to put some more investment on the defensive side. And there's an edge rusher here in state that I think would make a great fit on my defense. So give me Akeem Mesidor from the U. And if I'm the Jets here, I took Bailey early on. I am going to the podium. I'm going to take my quarterback of the future. I'm going to take a guy here at 16 that you don't need to play him year one. Okay, when you take a guy second overall, you're going to have pressure from the New York media to start him right away. But I got him as my second first-round pick. I got him. He can sit behind Geno Smith. He can learn, but yet be my QB of the future. And then that also is going to allow me next year to potentially maneuver around. There's going to be a lot of jockeying. There's going to be a lot of trades up. So if I could be a middling team, I'm probably going to be priced out of the top guys. But that secondary quarterback, could I use that to move back, revamp, get more first rounders as I build for the future? So give me Ty Simpson. I like getting my quarterback, and I'm a Ty Simpson fan. Now I am up here with the Detroit Lions. They've lost some offensive line. And now they're going to move Penei Sewell to the left side. He's going to be the blind side protector. And now I'm looking here. What can I get? Can I get a linebacker? Sure, probably you need a linebacker, but I like the linebackers that'll be there in the second round. I'm going to take a shot here. I'm going to take a guy with tremendous upside, a guy that you could put in, be your right tackle, and he could grow into the position. He could become potentially a guy that gives you the best tackle tandem in the league. Caden Proctor. I got a monster on the left side. Give me a monster on the right side. Next up, I got the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings can go a number of different ways. Safety is definitely a concern for them. Running back, they could go running back for sure. Tight end, I think they're covered at tight end as right now. TJ Hawkinson still got some left in the tank. I like Dylan Thieneman here. Athlete, super athlete, looked great at the combine. But I want some beef in the middle of the field. I want a guy that I could put in the middle of my defense that can be an absolute disruptor. A guy that kind of changes things for me. We've thrown money at this position, but now we're going to throw prospect pedigree at this position. Give me Caleb Banks, the monster from Florida. All right, next up for the Panthers. I'm making a pick for the Panthers. I've invested in defense. I brought in Jalen Phillips. I've made 2 picks last year. Edge rushers. There's some edge rushers I like. There's some receivers that I'm into, but the receiver run really hasn't happened fully. We've only had 2 off the board. I'm going to bet that there's guys I like in the second round, but there's something in the second round that I just can't get. There's something in the second round that I won't be able to bring in, something I could bring in right here, right now, and that's Kenyon Sadiq, ultra-athletic tight end who could block, do it all, and just gives me another weapon for my head coach, Dave Canales, and my quarterback, Bryce Young. Cowboys are up with their first pick. They took Monsieur Delane, or I should say I took Monsieur Delane from LSU. So I got my cornerback. Now I want to get another player for this defense. Where do I want to go? I could go defensive interior. I could go edge rusher. I could go linebacker. There's a lot here that I could do. I'm going to actually go off script. And I'm going to go with a player that I love, an in-state player that I love the versatility of. And I know here on PFF they have him buried, but I don't think he's going to be around when I come around the pick. So I'm going to take Anthony Hill Jr., and I'm going to give myself 2 defensive players here in the first round that can make a big difference. And now I'm up as the GM of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got all my guys working on Aaron Rodgers. I need him in the building. I need him to be my quarterback. Where else can I go? What else do I need? I could use some offensive line help. I've invested in that a little bit here. Now I got DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman Jr., but I don't care. That's not enough. That's not enough for me. So I'm going to take Mekhi Lemon because I think you put him with the two taller outside guys. You can have him work in the middle, be your space separator, your slot. Plus, all of a sudden, Mekhi Lemon looking good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now I'm up with the Chargers. Chargers need some beef. I need some beef in the middle. I've been engaged. I've been beaten up. My defense just keeps getting slashed and dashed and cut down by opposing running backs, and I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. So I am going to go to take the Clemson defensive tackle, Peter Woods. Next up, for the I'm the GM now of the Eagles. Receiver has the runs happen. I don't know if I want to go with Omar Miller or Omar Cooper or Denzel Boston. Those aren't the names I really want here. Safety there, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, Dylan Thieneman. These good names replacing. Reed Blankenship is going to need to be replaced. But for me, I'm looking here. I'm seeing, what do I got? What do I need? I just think I could get a player that could absolutely be a game wrecker on this defense, a guy that I could put in, maybe be a one-for-one replacement for Jalen Phillips. Give me TJ Parker. But I thought about another player here. And as of now, as being, the Browns, I got my offensive lineman early, right? I took my Monroe Freeling. I took my tackle. Now I'm just going to go BPA. I'm just going to go best player available. I don't necessarily need this position, but I think this guy's a great player. I cannot even believe he's here. Well, I guess I can because I am the GM of every single pick. But give me Jermod McCoy. All right, now the Chicago Bears have taken all the receiving help I need. Took 2 last year, tight end early, Luther Burden in the second. Did lose DJ Moore, but I'm not going to go receiver. There's a player here that has slipped to 25, and I'm just not going to let him slip any longer. Dylan Thieneman, athlete, that general in the back end of my defense, defensive back, safety. He's going to be the guy that I want manning center field for me and really just kind of helping out the unit as a whole. Now I am up with the Buffalo Bills. Who would I take if I'm the Bills guy? I got DJ Moore. If you know me, you know I love DJ Moore. So I'm glad that he has been brought in. He is here to help. But I also could use some help on the interior. I could use some help protecting Josh Allen. I need some help with athletes. So can I go with Emmanuel Pregnon? Yeah, that's a possibility. I do also like my guy Chase Bissines, this guy right here, if you look at my cursor, from Texas A&M. But the interior rush, that hasn't happened yet, so I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go look at the top, look at some positions of need that I have, and there's a player here who I wouldn't have expected to be here just a few weeks ago, but he is here, so I'm going to take Keldrick Falk. You can never have too many edge rushers. And if I'm the Bills, I want another one, and give me Keldrick Falk. A guy, big dude, help with the run game, help all over the place. Next up with the 49ers, I could go receiver. They definitely could use some help at receiver. Now George Kittle's hurt. They're going to lose Brandon Ayuk. Ricky Pearsall hasn't really emerged. And there's a certain receiver that kind of does it all. He kind of does the things that I like as, Kyle Shanahan as a team builder in tandem with him. So I'm going to go ahead and take Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana. Next up, I'm drafting here with the Houston Texans. Could use some beef on the interior, but I kind of got picked through. Do I want Caden McDonald? I don't know if there's a huge difference between McDonald and Lee Hunter. These guys probably won't be on the board for me next round, but I'm going to take the chance on it because I don't know if they're a huge difference maker. But what I do know that what I need is I need some beef on this offensive line. I need to keep C.J. Stroud upright, Blake Miller, or Max Ihenachor. I'm going to go with Ihenachor because I think he can move on the inside, give you some absolute mountain of a man here in the middle. Now I'm up with the Chiefs. The Chiefs here taking their second first-round pick. Earlier took Spencer Fanu to help with the offensive line. Here, I'm going to go with that replacement. I just traded away Trent McDuffie, so I need help in the secondary. Give me Avion Terrell from Clemson. Pick 30 was the Denver Broncos, but then they traded that pick for Jalen Waddle. So here I am up again with the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, with first pick, I took Caleb Downs, and now I'm going to go to the wide receiver room. Here is where I can potentially replace the touches that were lost by basically losing Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but there's a certain archetype here, and I like this type of player. can tack downfield. I think he's got good enough hands to be a wide receiver one. Stephon Diggs is the comp that's kind of been floating around. So give me KC Concepcion going to the Dolphins. Next up, the New England Patriots. My New England Patriots. Pass catching is definitely a need for me here. Here's a name that I would love to see on the Patriots. Eli Stowers. Pass catching tight end. Productive monster these last 2 years, 1,300 receiving yards over these last 2 years, 9 touchdowns. But I'm not going to go tight end because I'm hoping I can maybe get him the second or maybe even get another tight end later. Pass catchers, the run really just hasn't happened. There's a player here that has had some ups and had some downs, but I like Caleb Lomu. I like Lomu because Lomu could potentially be your right tackle now. He could be your left tackle later if Will Campbell doesn't get going and you end up deciding to move him inside. Remember, Spencer Fanu was the best offensive lineman for Utah, but Caleb Lomu was the left tackle. So I'm going to take the chance here. I'm going to take him if I'm building a team for the New England Patriots. Now, last but not least, and again, if you tuned into this absolute ramble of an episode, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to Rookie HQ. Leave a like. Leave in the comments what's your favorite pick of mine, which is your least favorite pick of mine, and which team should I take over the GM duties for. But I got one last pick. The Super Bowl champ, Seattle Seahawks. I like a number of players here. But for me, there's an edge rusher that I think could be really, really good for the Seahawks team. I know his arm's a little short, but man, he's got that Tasmanian devil in him. He's got a lot of upside, and I think on this team specifically, we could see him get to really kind of become the player that we hope he is, and that's Cassius Howell. So, to recoup here, let me go ahead and recap the entire first round for everyone here watching, listening. Thank you again for tuning in, tapping in. Number 1 overall, Fernando Mendoza, then David Bailey, Francis Mauigoa, Ruben Bain Jr., Vega Ione, Monroe Freeling to the Browns, Jeremiah Love to the Commanders, Arvell Reese, Spencer Fanu, Sonny Styles to the Bengals, Caleb Downs, Monsieur Delane, 12 to the Cowboys, 13 Carnell Tate, 14 Jordan Tyson, 15 to the Buccaneers, Akeem Mesidor, 16 Ty Simpson to the Jets. Lions taking Caden Proctor. Vikings get Caleb Banks. Panthers, Kenyon Sadiq. Cowboys, Anthony Hill Jr. Pittsburgh Steelers, Mekhi Lemon. Los Angeles Chargers taking Peter Woods. Philadelphia Eagles, T.J. Parker. Then Jermon McCoy to the Browns. Dylan Thieneman to the Bears. Keldrick Falk to the Bills. Omar Cooper Jr. to the Niners. Max Ihenachor to the Houston Texans. Avion Terrell to the Chiefs. KC Concepcion to the Dolphins. Caleb Lomu to my New England Patriots. And Cassius Howell Edge from Texas A&M. Round out the first round. Go to the Super Bowl champs. So make sure you are, again, subscribe to Rookie HQ. Leave a like, leave some comments. And I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.
You know, it's important to me that all of our media be free, but it is you, the premium subscriber, with access to data analysis, the rankings, Dynasty Deluxe, DFS Dominator, the world-famous draft kit. You get that content and you make all of this possible. The free podcasts, articles, NFL draft content. So I must give a special thanks to all of our premium subscribers. You make all of this possible.